Hey guys, yesterday something happened that I've been waiting for quite a while now, and that is that Falken Tire teased the new upcoming all-terrain tire. So they've got this new tire coming out that's going to replace the AT4W apparently, which has been on the market now for 8 years. Kind of hard to believe, but 8 years ago is when this YouTube channel basically was launched by the fact that those tires became so popular. Because when the AT4W came out in February of 2016, I was one of the first guys to get my hands on a set of them, and back then they were pretty inexpensive. I got a whole set of 33-inch AT4Ws for $600 delivered to my door by Discount Tire Direct, which is pretty awesome. Put those tires through the paces, drove them in snow and rain, off-road, towing and hauling, everything that I still do with my tires, and they were excellent tires. I just can't describe to you how well they grip in bad weather. Still to this day, 8 years later, the AT4W is the best all-terrain tire that I've ever used. I still haven't found one better than the Falken. You know, there's a million all-terrain tire options out there. Hard to sort through all of them. I'm telling you, if you're looking for the best AT tire that you can get, you can't beat the Falken. It's just hands down the best. So anyway, here we are 8 years later, and it looks like they're going to replace that tire with a new version coming out. Now everybody's calling this new tire the AT4, which I guess logically kind of makes sense, but at the same time it doesn't, because the AT3, like I've mentioned before, is not the third generation of the tire. You know, if you look at their website, the 3W in that name actually has a specific meaning, and it doesn't relate to the generation of the tire. So to call the new one the AT4W really doesn't make any sense. Kind of gets my OCD flared up there. It just doesn't make any sense because there's not 4 W's. You know, anyway, I'm not going to get into that again. But that's what everybody's calling the tire. So at least for now, until Falken makes it official, we'll just refer to it as the AT4. So they teased this new tire yesterday on their social media. I'll show you a couple of snapshots. I did the best I could. You know, they put a video online and they purposefully made it to where you couldn't really see a whole lot. You know, that's what these manufacturers do. That's why they're teasing it, you know, trying to generate some interest, you know, and get some attention before they actually do pull the covers off of it. But I did the best I could to get a couple of shots. Here's one that shows the design that Falken likes to put around the bead of the tire. So when the AT4W tire came out, it had this design. The MT tire that came out a few years ago had this design. Strangely enough, the RT that came out last year did not have it. At least the size that I bought, 35, 11, 50, did not have it. Maybe some sizes of the RT do. I don't know, but I haven't seen any RT tires that have this design around the bead. But now they're teasing this AT4, and it does again have it. This is sort of a proprietary Falken thing, something they like to do. You know, they put that design around this bead area of the tread, excuse me, of the sidewall, right around here. And they say that what that does is it cools the bead. You know, if you imagine like a radiator, how a radiator works with all those fins, you know, and all those fins create more surface area to dissipate heat, right? If you've seen like a differential cover that has fins on it on a heavy duty truck, the purpose of that is to create more surface area so that you can dissipate heat. Well, that's sort of what Falken did with that design that they put around here. More surface area, in theory, should dissipate more heat and keep the bead of the tire cool. Okay, so we can kind of see in this image that apparently the new AT4 tire is going to have that. Up here on the shoulder of the tire, the design looks a whole lot like the current tire. It might be a little bit more aggressive, but the design looks just like the AT3. So it doesn't look like they've changed that much. Okay. Then you get to this picture right here, and again, the tire was spinning in this video, so I just froze it and took a shot the best I could. We'll get better still images later, I'm sure. But you can see here that a couple of things stand out. First of all, you've got those circumferential grooves that go around the tire. So basically, the center part of the tire still has the interlocked pattern, but the outside tread is still sort of perpendicular to the shoulder. So it looks like they're sticking with that theme where you're going to have some more aggressive traction on the outside of the tire. And then on the inside of the tread, you've got that tightly knit all-terrain pattern that's typical of those types of tires, so that you can get good wear out of them and good rain and snow traction, you know, and all that. So it's hard to really tell what the tread design looks like, but at least we can kind of see the pattern they're going with this tire. So there's been some rumors that the tire is going to be a little bit heavier. I don't know why they would do that, because one thing I can tell you about the AT3 is that they've got 2-ply sidewalls, but they're very thick and robust sidewalls. I mean, if you go in there in a tire that's not mounted and you pinch the sidewall, you can tell that the current Falken tire is really heavy duty. I mean, they build those to be robust tires. So I don't personally feel like they need to be any heavier, but maybe Falken feels like they need to make the tire even tougher. I don't know. There's some rumors floating around that there might be a few extra pounds of weight added to the new tire. I guess time will tell on that as well. One thing I hope they don't screw up is the tread, the rubber compound. You know, that rubber compound that they use, I don't know, maybe it's proprietary, I don't know. It's magic. I mean, it works so good. You know, those RTs that I had, as well as the AT4W, both of those just stick to the road in any weather like glue. I mean, yeah, I just don't know how they pull that off. I've had all the brands of tires on the market, and none of them grip as well as the Falkens. You know, their off-road tires just do so well in rain and snow, holding onto the road in bad conditions. They're a tire that makes you feel a little safer when you're driving on them, to be honest, because you know that they're not just going to slip out on you, you know, on a moment's notice. But anyway, I just thought it was interesting that they did officially tease the tire yesterday, so it is real. Sorry about that. The audio crapped out on me at the last minute. But anyway, the new AT4 tire, we're going to call it that for now until we find out what the official name is. It is real. It is coming. And I am going to try and get a set of them as soon as I possibly can. The AT3, great tire, and it really was good to this YouTube channel as well. So I figured the AT4 is going to be a great tire, and it's going to definitely be the next tire you see on this channel. I got a few more miles to finish up on these Geolander XATs. You can see they got a little bit of tread life left in them, but I'm going to go ahead and finish up some miles on these and do a final review, and then the Falken AT4 is coming up pretty soon. Let me know what you guys think. Have a happy new year, and thanks for watching.